Our next topic is building firm foundations, Matthew 7:24 through 27.
You want me to read this one again?
Sure.
Okay. Everyone then who hears these words of mine and acts on them will be like a wise man who built his house on a rock. The rain fell, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall, because it had been founded on rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not act on them will be like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell, and it was a great fall.
That's good. All right. So, what storms in life have tested your foundation, and how has Christ guided you through those storms, or a specific storm? Again, I feel like it's storming all the time, but
Yeah, that's true. The thing that comes to mind is when I was fresh. I was in college. It was my sophomore year. My dad lost his job, and I
okay.
dropped out of college. And I came back home and I started working like crazy. And throughout the whole process of my dad not having a job and our family struggling, uh, my parents just kept praying. And
Yeah,
at the time, I wasn't very engaged in my faith. And I was just like, I'm going to work myself to the bone and
yeah.
keep us afloat.
I can do this. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I had that ignorance of like, no, it's not God, it's me. I'm the one doing all this.
Yeah.
And my parents were unshaken in their faith and just kept going to church, kept praying, kept trying to get me to be involved in faith and follow Jesus. And I kind of rejected it,
Yeah.
and everything turned around. And it's funny, I was close to enlisting in the Navy. I was in the commuter parking lot outside of the recruiter's office, and my dad, I'm about to go in and sign up for MEPS, and my dad's
Oh,
in the
yeah.
car with me, and he's like, "If you wanna go to college." He got a job that after when we're having this conversation,
Yeah.
he's like, "If you wanna go to college, you don't have to join the military." And he's like, I'd like to have my son graduate college." And so
Yeah.
I I went to school, I went to college, and I'm a first generation college graduate.
Hey, same. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think during the that was, like, a really tough time for my family because there's a lot of uncertainty with, bills and are we gonna stay in the house that I had grown up in, and, uh, they just, like at the time, I didn't think anything of it. It was just, "Oh, dad got a job, things turned around." And
Yeah.
I really believe now that it was, like, God getting us through that and God smiling on my parents for remaining faithful during the
Come
hardest
on.
time of their life.
Yeah.
And I'm getting chills just talking about it because this is the first time I've, like, openly shared that I feel this way.
That's
And,
awesome.
um,
I appreciate it. We
yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah.
And I I really think, like, looking back at that time in my life, like, working 3 jobs. I was working a security guard job,
Yeah.
9 o'clock at night to 5 in the morning, and I was also working full-time, working 7 AM to 3 PM. And there was days where I was not sleeping, and it was a struggle, and the fortune that God gave my family for me to go back to college, not only go back and get a bachelor's degree, but I ended up getting a master's.